Focus on you until you win. Welcome to this in-depth voiceover summary of the motivational powerhouse audiobook, Focus on You Until You Win. Whether you're listening in the car, relaxing at home, or walking through life's many challenges, let this journey encourage, awaken, and transform your mind and spirit. In the next 3 hours, we'll explore the powerful messages within this book, beginning with the story behind its author, the context that birthed this message, and then diving deep into each chapter's wisdom, life principles, and practical strategies for real, lasting change. The author of Focus on You Until You Win remains anonymous in traditional literary terms, but is often attributed to the voice of a collective social media movement, messages rooted in self-discipline, personal transformation, and spiritual awakening. It's part of a growing genre of practical wisdom literature that merges modern motivation with ancient truth. This book wasn't just written, it was felt, forged in the fires of real-life struggle, setbacks, and transformation. The author is someone who speaks not from a pedestal, but from the trenches, echoing the cries of anyone who's ever been broken, tired, underestimated, or forgotten. The style is raw, direct, and meant for one purpose: to wake you up, to stir the sleeping lion within you. Every line is a mirror and a message, challenging you to do one thing: focus on you. Focus on you. Until You Win isn't a traditional self-help book. It's a manifesto, a reminder that greatness is your birthright, but only if you claim it. The chapters are short and sharp, like spiritual punches to the soul. The book draws on universal truths about focus, pain, discipline, faith, and perseverance. It doesn't dwell in fancy language or complex theories. Instead, it embraces a brutally honest tone that tells you what most won't. No one is coming to save you. You are your rescue plan. This message has resonated with millions across social platforms. People from every background found in it the clarity, push, and fire they needed. It's now one of the most shared motivational writings in modern digital culture. Chapter 1. No More. Waiting. Stop waiting. That's the first commandment. Stop waiting for someone to notice you. Stop waiting for the perfect opportunity. Stop waiting for motivation. This chapter pulls no punches. It forces the reader to confront procrastination, laziness, and the addiction to someday. The author writes, "You're wasting your life waiting for a sign. Be the sign." This chapter reorients the reader's thinking from external to internal power. You realize that every minute you spend waiting is a minute you're giving away to your fear. Key takeaway: take action in silence. Prove them wrong with results, not complaints. Chapter 2. Discipline over motivation. Motivation is fleeting. Discipline stays. This chapter explains how motivation can spark your start, but only discipline will carry you through the valleys of doubt and boredom. Some days, you won't feel like doing anything. Do it anyway. It's about showing up when you don't feel like it, pushing through fatigue, training your mind to obey your goals instead of your emotions. Here, the book introduces micro-victories. These are the daily decisions that add up: waking up on time, skipping distractions, saying no to chaos. The author emphasizes that the person who wins isn't the one who had the best start. It's the one who refused to stop. Chapter 3. Silence is power. Silence is no longer weakness. It's your weapon. This chapter explores how modern society glorifies noise, social media updates, arguments, announcements, but the wise know the power of keeping their moves private. Let them guess, let them assume, let your success be louder than your mouth. This chapter challenges the culture of overexposure and encourages you to get addicted to peace and privacy. When you're focused, you don't need to announce your plans. You just build, grow, execute. Silence isn't isolation, it's elevation. Chapter 4. Fall in love with boredom. 45 and 55. True greatness is born in repetition, in monotony. This chapter breaks down the myth that progress always feels exciting. In reality, mastering anything means falling in love with the grind, even when it's boring. The boring work is the real work. Champions are made in empty gyms, quiet rooms, and unseen hours. It's in the 100th repetition that your character is revealed. Discipline is doing the same thing every day, reading, working, praying, improving, even when you feel nothing. Boredom is the gatekeeper of mastery. Chapter 5. Stop explaining yourself. This chapter is about radical self-ownership. You don't owe anyone an explanation for focusing on your goals, cutting off toxic people, or reinventing yourself. They won't understand you. They're not supposed to. The author argues that your healing, your grind, your purpose is sacred, and explaining it to people who aren't walking your path is a waste of time and energy. It also warns about the trap of people-pleasing. You lose yourself trying to make everyone else comfortable with your growth. Grow anyway. Chapter 6. Don't be available. All the time, your time is currency. Protect it. This chapter deals with boundaries. Most people fail not because they lack talent, but because they give their time and energy to everything except their goals. Being always available is a trap. Be rare. Be focused. It discusses the importance of saying no, not out of arrogance, but alignment. Every yes to a distraction is a no to your destiny. It's not selfish to guard your peace. It's sacred. Chapter 7. God, Pain, and Purpose. 115 to 130 qui. Here the book turns deeply spiritual. It explores how pain isn't a punishment. It's a teacher. God doesn't waste pain. He uses it to mold warriors. The author shares how heartbreak, betrayal, and loss were actually divine invitations to go deeper, to grow stronger, to focus harder. This chapter affirms that spiritual alignment is essential. Your calling is tied to your character. And sometimes, God will strip you of everything so you'll finally focus on Him. Victory starts in surrender. Chapter 8. Your circle is your future. Your environment is either feeding your potential or choking it. This chapter explores the sobering truth that many of us stay stuck because we're surrounded by people who are stuck, mentally, emotionally, and spiritually. Check your circle. If you're not growing, maybe you're in a garden full of weeds. The author presses the idea that loyalty to dysfunction is self-betrayal. Your circle should sharpen you, not drain you. You need to be around people who challenge your excuses, who hold you accountable, who breathe vision into your dreams. Choosing your circle is choosing your future. Chapter 9. Starve the old you. You can't become who you're meant to be while feeding who you used to be. This chapter is powerful. It frames transformation as a war between your present and your past. The version of you that procrastinates, self-sabotages, seeks comfort, that version has to die. You're not evolving because you keep feeding your distractions. This chapter speaks about habits. If you keep nourishing bad habits, they'll grow into chains. But if you starve them, your discipline will grow. Kill the excuses, starve the laziness, stop rehearsing who hurt you. Every time you obey the old you, you delay your future. Chapter 10. Respect the grind. The grind isn't glamorous, it's gritty, and it's necessary. This chapter highlights how romanticized the idea of success has become, while the painful process it requires is often ignored. The grind will isolate you, it will humble you, it will break you, and that's exactly why it works. Respect the grind. The grind respects no one who disrespects time. It demands consistency, humility, and patience. The people who make it didn't wish their way to success. They grinded their way through loneliness, failure, and fatigue. Those who win do so in private, long before the public sees them. Chapter 11. You can't fix them. This is one of the most emotionally freeing chapters. It speaks to the rescuers, those who constantly pour into people who are not willing to change, the ones who try to fix everyone, even at the expense of their own peace. You can't heal people who like their sickness. The author encourages radical detachment from those who drain your purpose. Love people, yes. Pray for them, yes. But don't destroy yourself trying to fix what only God can change. Your job is to protect your focus, not play savior. Chapter 12. The enemy is within you are your greatest asset and your greatest threat. This chapter hits deep. It explains that the loudest voice stopping your progress is often the one in your own head. Your doubts, your fears, your excuses. If you conquer you, no enemy can defeat you. It speaks on how we lie to ourselves, justify mediocrity, and hide behind distractions. The battle is internal. When you learn to master your mindset, your emotions, your reactions, you become unstoppable. Self-awareness is the key. Accountability is the door. Discipline is the path. Chapter 13. Keep showing up. 2:20, 2:34. This chapter is the soul of the book. Success doesn't belong to the smartest. It belongs to the most consistent. It reminds us that showing up when you feel like quitting is where transformation happens. The days you want to quit are the days that matter most, because when you push past them, you prove to yourself that you're no longer controlled by feelings. You're controlled by vision. Keep showing up for your healing. Keep showing up for your calling. Keep showing up when no one claps, when no one notices, because God notices, and your future is watching. This is where grit becomes glory. Chapter 14. Walk alone until you're aligned. This chapter is about embracing solitude with purpose. It's better to walk alone than walk with confusion. The author reminds us that being alone isn't a punishment. It's preparation. In this sacred space, you realign with your identity, your values, and your God-given purpose. Walking alone helps you disconnect from the noise, the pressure, and the comparisons. You begin to see clearly. You realize not everyone is meant to go with you, and that's okay. Some seasons require isolation so your destiny can crystallize. You don't need company, you need clarity. Chapter 15. Divine delay is not denial. Here, the book turns deeply spiritual again. It tackles the crushing weight of disappointment, unanswered prayers, and prolonged waiting. Just because it hasn't happened yet doesn't mean it's not coming. Delay is not denial. It's divine preparation. You're not being punished. You're being positioned. The author shares that what feels like a delay is often a training ground. God is not only preparing the blessing for you, He's preparing you for the blessing. This chapter calls for trust. Deep, surrendered, painful trust. It urges us to stop forcing things and start flowing in faith. What's yours is on the way. Just keep building while you wait. Chapter 16. Finish what you started. Starting is easy. Finishing is holy. This chapter challenges readers to complete the mission. Too many dreams are left undone because we let tiredness, fear, or distraction interrupt our calling. The old you started, the new you finishes. The author demands that we honor the seed we planted with the harvest of completion. It's time to go back and finish that book, that degree, that business, that healing process. This chapter is about integrity. Don't just dream, deliver. Don't just begin, finish. Winners finish. Chapter 17. Win quietly. Win big victory doesn't need a crowd. It needs consistency. Move in silence. Win in peace. This chapter revisits the book's theme of privacy and focus. It's about resisting the urge to post every step, announce every decision, and prove your worth to doubters. Your real validation is internal. It's divine. It's eternal. It teaches that quiet progress is still progress, and silent discipline speaks louder than public approval. You don't need to clap back. Let your results speak. Let your peace testify. Final message. You are the mission. As the book closes, the message comes full circle. The mission is you. The enemy is you. The answer is also you. You are not a victim. You are the vessel. The vessel through which change, growth, faith, and fire will move. This journey was never about becoming someone else. It was about becoming you. Fully, freely, fearlessly. Let this voice echo in your mind when the world gets loud. Focus on you until you win.